Oh, you should have Moscow on. Should I pronounce it right?
No, you butchered it that time, but try
I,
again. You can get it. I believe in you, dog. I believe in you.
Magasso. Sorry.
There you go. I should have my sound effects there playing, but they ain't gonna come up in the
And
podcast.
today's episode is brought to you by the letter M. Passing energy with your host, Pre. When this milk starts yapping, that's it. And that's it. Prepare to be enlightened and entertained. And that's it. Hey guys, Pre here with another episode of Nerding Wednesday. Fortunately, he's not here for this recording, but hopefully next time he'll be here. But we have a special guest with us today, Magasso.
What? See, he wanted me to do a regular intro, but that we don't do that. We don't do
that. No, you wouldn't be a real Bahamian. All right, Bagasso is a Bahamian streamer and a very talented balloon designer who makes dope sculptures. You might be familiar with him responding to a video that went viral a few months back about an American streamer mocking Bahamian progression to a primal stage. We'll talk about that later.
Jesus.
We'll talk about later. But let's get to know Magasso first.
Mm-hmm.
So Magasso, can you tell listeners a little about yourself?
Okay, let's start with the facts. My name is Edward Daxon. A lot of people know me as Eddie. I am a magician. I am a balloon artist. I've been doing those for like well over 13 years now. I'm teaching myself how to play guitar. I mean, I don't know why that matters, but it's whatever. I was just doing a lot of things over the course of the pandemic because I was bored in this house. And then while being bored, I decided, hey, let me try that streaming thing because, nothing going on. Plus, I got to pay rent. So I started streaming. I started streaming, and some of my friends from the various communities that I'm a part of, particularly the balloon communities, I want to give huge shout outs to everyone in the balloon community. I don't know if they'll ever hear this podcast, but if they ever do, if they ever stumble upon it, they know who it is.
Well, they'll stumble on it when you share with them.
Well, duh. You don't think I can do that?
No, not all. Let me tell you something. Not everyone's do it. I tell you that right now. Not everyone's do it. But go on.
I just do it. I will share your stuff. I'd be like, all right, cool. I started doing that, and through that, I got like money for food and stuff like that, and it was a really good experience. And then I started streaming on Facebook alone, and then I did a restream where I was streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube simultaneously. Then I moved over to just doing YouTube by itself. Mm-hmm. And now I'm on Twitch. And oddly enough, the day that I'm doing this podcast is the day that I hit affiliate. I am officially an affiliate. I have to just fill out this form. Yes, I made affiliate today. Today, I am celebrating with water, and I just had some turkey and rice. So that's what I celebrating with. I still broke. Y'all need to come on Twitch and come watch me and put some money so I could celebrate with like a bottle of beer or something. I don't know. That's what we're dealing with right now. But everything cool. I love what I'm doing so far. Hoping to see bigger things moving forward.
Right. Now, I want to dissect with the information you just gave me just now. There's a lot to unpack. But I want to mention something. I came across you way before TikTok, or even when that situation when you share your opinion with the streamer, the guy.
Yeah, with the guy. Yeah.
But I knew about you before that. It was a colleague of mine. Hello, colleague. Because he said the first time he listened to my podcast, he's a fan of yours.
Oh, you don't mean Ruckus Money.
Huh?
You mean Ruckus Money?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say.
No. He's a fan of you. I'm not going to call his name because I'm sure you want people to know his name. When he found out I do podcasting, and this was like last year, I believe, sometime last year, he said, oh, you should have Moscow on, should I pronounce it right?
No, you butchered that. You butchered it that time, but try
I,
again. You can get it. I believe in you, dog. I believe in you.
Bagasso. Sorry.
There you go. I should have my sound effects there playing, but they ain't gonna come up in the podcast.
And today's episode is brought to you by the letter M.
M is for Magasso.
So he's like, "Oh, priest, you need to have Magasso on your podcast." And now he showed me your YouTube and everything. And I subscribed to YouTube and all that kind of stuff, but I never got around the time to actually talk to you, introduce myself to you, and whatever. So now this all came about, and I said, "Oh," because I know he's a fan of yours. He's watching stuff all the time. He's like, I told him, I said, "Hey, I have Magasso coming on Wednesday." He said, "What? I gotta tune in now." He never watched not one of my podcasts before. Not one. That's what you call a real N. So he not watched one of my podcasts, but soon he found that it's one of his faves coming on. He said, "Oh, not to say, let me give Priest a chance, as I know Priest in the physical form. I don't want to castle, but I want to give channel a chance because my favorite coming on." That's something, Nate. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. I hope you become a fan of me, the person you know in real life. So anyway, that's how I came about your content and everything.
Okay.
He's a fan of yours, so
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Now, before we get into anything too deep, I am curious about the balloon thing. This is something you did during the pandemic? Did you learn?
No. The streaming thing I did during the pandemic. I've been doing balloons for a long time. I have a business where I do magic and balloons for people, called Magic for People. I have a page right on Facebook. I've been doing balloons for a long time though. It's so bad. I got into doing magic first because I used to hang out at the magic shop in New York years ago, and I was ever into magic from that time. But when I got into doing balloons, when I went to my first balloon convention, I heard one of the balloon artists say, like, like whenever you go to a convention, if you ever do get to go to one of any kind, you got people who sit around and talk. And I heard someone say, balloons are like a dangerous thing because it's like, when you see what you could do with balloons, and when you see like the reactions people give you after you make something out of a balloon, it's like a drug, and it's like it becomes more addictive, and like for people who do magic too, it's like seriously more addictive than doing magic. I still love, and I still just get off on blowing people's minds with like making things disappear, reappear, turning one card into another one, or doing all sorts of magic stuff. I still get off on that. Right. But I don't think it's anything that can be compared to when a person sees a piece of colored latex inflated and twisted and turned into something that they never thought that you could turn it into. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think one of the biggest...
Sorry, I don't know why. When you said that, I felt like Patrick from SpongeBob. Like when you said for someone to see a piece of latex transform to something else and blow their mind, I feel like, are we Patrick being amazed? Like, when that's what you said, my mind's so crazy.
Yeah. Like nothing beats, for me, the biggest thrill is like doing balloons in a restaurant, and then I'll come up to a table and the kid will ask for like something that their parents would think is outrageous, and they'd be like, "Hey, no, I don't think you can do that. Just ask him for a sword or something." I'd be like, "Excuse me, sir or mom, I got this. Would you say you want a Power Ranger? Which one? Red, yellow, green, the white one? Oh, you can do the White Ranger? Yeah, do the White Ranger. All right, cool. All right." I make it, and then the parent looks at me like in shock and disbelief, because they're like, "What the?" I trying to behave on this podcast, so it'll be like, wait, what? Like they'll ask for like a Power Ranger, and that'll be like, "Oh, well, I don't think he can make that. Just ask him for a sword." And I'd be like, "Excuse me, I got it," and and I'll make it, and then when I make it, they'll see like they'll be like in awe and in shock. They'll be like, "Oh my God, he just made that." You know what I'm saying? So That's what I live for. I live for that. I really live for that.
So was that self-taught or did someone train you?
I taught myself, and
Ooh.
then you know, I went to the prestigious school of YouTube University, and yeah, I ain't ashamed to say it. Anybody, listen. I don't care what anyone says, right? I hate people nowadays,
Mhm.
especially older people. It's like people who in my age and older, who like look down on people who learn something from YouTube, especially the older folks. I'd be like, yeah, like you could learn. I could learn how to change my alternator on YouTube. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Like if that's what YouTube was there for. So it doesn't make me any less of a person.
The crazy thing about that is, right, marketing, designers, all these stuff you can learn. And these young people coming up, they
Mm,
don't really need college anymore. And now these jobs, well, not the, the bomb was a slow growth, but
man,
around the
listen.
world, they will know you. Could you do the job? Show me your resume. Show me your work ethic. That's what I really want to
Mm,
know. Because sometimes you go to school, learning all these information, and then when you go on the job, you still suck. And the person who learned it online and watching a few videos, because they bad like that, they outshine the person with a master's and associate degree, depending on what it is now. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
mm,
It's starting to become dated. We need to change this whole thing and shaming people about, oh, I went to this college. Who cares? You
mm.
know?
I agree with that. That's a completely different conversation for the people need to. That's one of the hard conversations that people actually need to have worldwide. I think because it's
Right.
like everyone's dependent on higher education, and the only thing college is doing for people now is slamming you with debt, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's like it's
Yeah.
like hey, whoa.
You pay for the rest of
Hold
your
on
life.
now. Hold on now, my dude. Like, you need to understand.
Right.
You
Right.
you need to pay us this. Like, this is
Exactly.
life. Life is paying bills. I'd be like, Jesus. I don't ever want life to be paying bills for me. I don't want it to be that way. I want to fight tooth and nail to make sure that never happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Okay, that's cool. Well, I'm glad well you have that focus to do that because, jeez, that means you really go with your hands. Because
Man,
to sit down and watch someone mimic that and then make it your own, that takes a
mhm,
lot of time and a lot of focus. Something I
it
do not
does.
have.
I think no, I don't believe that. I believe everyone has focus for certain things. Like
That's
if
true.
you,
That's true.
I don't like when a person. I personally don't like it when a person says that they don't think that they have focus for anything. Like I'd be like, you have focus for something. It's just not
Right,
what I do. You just
right.
have to find what it is that makes you makes you unique. And I can say this personally because I struggled with this a long time ago. Like I always wanted to be better than. I wanted to be good at everything. I wanted to be good at like I wanted to be the guy who everyone would look at and be like, oh my god, this guy is so amazing and do it. Like anything he does is magical. And then I realized that that's not something that anyone should try to be because like that's bordering on the premise of perfection and nothing is perfect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like no one person is good at everything. There is
Yeah.
always going to be something that you're not good at, and you have to understand where your strengths are and then work on those things. And once you work on those things, you should be fine.
Well, my strength is not in focusing. That's not it. I'm just a quick second type person, and I'm on to the next.
Right, right.
But I need to get better than that. I do need to get better than that. I am shocked to know that you start your streaming over. I think this pandemic is a blessing in disguise because a
Mm,
lot of people are starting to find their purpose.
yep.
When the world stopped, people have a chance to realize career they're on or whatever they do on the career path they wanted to go isn't really what they want to do. I'm like, what the hell? I don't
Exactly.
want to do this garbage. So
Exactly.
the fact that know that you start the stream and you have my colleague who is a fan of yours and ready to show me
Mm.
your phone. Oh, please check this person out. That is crazy. And it's just happened over the pandemic. Shoot, my whole podcast thing and TikTok thing happened over the pandemic too. So it's a blessing in disguise. Not a pandemic. We're going to move on now. It did its job. Time to go. So
Man.
was it hard to break into the streaming world, and how is it going for you right now? With Claire doing really good if you get affiliation from Twitch.
Yeah, the thing about being a streamer or a content creator in general is consistency.
Right.
I said this during one of my streams, and I think I clipped it on TikTok while I was doing the balloon segment of it. You have to remain consistent in what you're doing, and it's gonna come times when while you're streaming, and the short answer to answer your question is it is hard. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not as easy as putting on a game, playing it in front of people, and that's it. Like it's not that simple. Like you have to be able to entertain that people that entertain. You have to be able to entertain those people, because if you don't, um, they're gonna be like, oh, well, anybody else does this. Let me find someone
Right.
else who's more
That's
entertaining
true. What
than
makes
you.
you
You know
unique?
what I'm saying? So what you have to do is you have to be able to go through the days when it's either only just you playing and just still do it and still talking to people as if they like it's gonna sound like it's crazy, but you talking as if people there and they really ain't there. Or
Right.
it'll be days where you just have a dedicated fan base, and that fan base might just be like three, anywhere from 2 to 3 people. Stream for those 2 to 3 people, and because they might bring some other people, and then one of them might be like, hey, I like this guy, let me sit and watch it. Now you're 4 or 5 people, and you could go you could keep going and just keep going and being consistent, because eventually someone will see all of the stuff you have built up from all of the times you've been on, and they be like, let me see what this guy talking about, let me see what he into. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then to supplement being a streamer, you also have to make content, because a lot of people think that just streaming does it, and I have learned that it's not just streaming that does it. You have to put content out there, because you have to make people understand who you are as a person, or get to
Right.
know you as a person. So you have to do things that will appeal to everyone and make them see that, hey, I am my own individual and I do my own things. So that's what you're supposed to do, and that's how you should go about doing it. Make some
You,
content, put it on
Mhm.
YouTube or TikTok or whatever. Share them everywhere, and then let people see them. Use hashtags, do all that stuff, and get into learning how to edit videos, even if you're just doing it from your phone,
Mhm.
and get into trying to make some quick edits or photo like thumbnails and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
The thing is that I did do like live streams on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
where when I first did it, it went successful. Like I had 50 people in the chat talking to me. Because some people would be like, "Oh, could you show us the screen?" And then they'd be turned off by how the quality looks, and which I understand. Because I wouldn't sit up. I'm like, Priest, if you take yourself out of the situation, you look at the screen, you wouldn't sit there for yourself. So I I understood it. I understood it. And then you do updates. I'm so hyped. And I'm telling Sky and my friends, I'm like, oh, yeah, I got 50 people in the chat talking. So when I do my next live stream, I only got 3 last time. And you have moments, like you said, you have moments where you talking to yourself. I didn't build that courage yet. My ego ain't there yet. But you have, like you said, you have to keep it going, give the illusion that people's there. But some of these suckers so stink. They're open.
Man.
They be like, why some little bit of people in this chat? I'm like, God damn it,
Mhm.
that's what you want to talk about? You can't just focus on. So what you playing? What we talking about? No, you want to point out how only live the people on the stream. Like, I don't understand that. Why? I don't know. That's some great advice you gave for streaming. That
Mhm.
kind of motivates me now to say, Priest, if they there, they there. They ain't there, they there. They will come eventually. And
Yeah,
keep it
they can
moving.
pass through.
Keep it moving. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone have their start date, and I think
Mhm.
sometimes we look at the ones who are already there and thinking that why I'm not there. Like that
Mhm.
didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? So
That's one of the weirdest things that you have to get over. You have to get over yourself, in a
right,
sense, in that sense, because you'll be like, man, I won't be like why can't I be there, man? Like why? I mean, like, yeah,
yes,
you could get there. I mean, you have to tell yourself, you have to be able to say to yourself, you could get there. It just could
right.
take some work.
Yeah, it's gonna take
You
some work.
can't, you ain't get there now, but
Right.
you can get there. So just wait
Yes.
for it, man. It ain't that serious. Just keep doing what you're doing, Don't worry about where everybody else is. Worry about where you is right now.
Yes, and then you
You
compare
know what I'm
yourself in your
saying?
head to other people.
Yeah,
But
because
you're like, I'm more funnier, I'm better looking, I'm better, I
mhm,
have better quality. It
mhm,
doesn't matter. People, they connect who they want to connect to, and what's
mhm.
for you is for you, and your time will come. That's their timing, and your time will come shortly.
Yep.
You know.
I tell people that all the time. I just be like, listen,
Hmm.
I understand where you want to be where you want to be, but you ain't gonna get there right now. Just like it ain't gonna happen right away. Just keep doing whatever it is you're doing and try. I think the best advice I've ever heard um is like don't strive to be the best. Strive to be better than you were yesterday. Or if you're doing it by the year, strive to be better than you were last year. You know what I'm saying? Like just take it one step at a time. Like I did this yesterday. I did this yesterday. Let me see if I can do this today. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's how to go about doing something like that. So yeah.
So your audience, can you identify them as Bahamians or they're overseas, like, or as a mixture?
I have a mixture of them. There's a mix of them, and it's while I was on YouTube, it was mostly Bahamian. While I
Mm,
was on, but now that I moved to Twitch, I get in a mix of Bahamians and American. I had a few Americans on YouTube too, so it was, it's I still do a mix of them, but now that I'm on Twitch, I'm getting more of like the same like Americans, like people from all walks of life are on Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I think it was because I was on YouTube. It was like the algorithm was just pushing my stuff out to Bahamians mostly, But I had like one or two people from other countries come and check me out, so it was fun.
Mm, all right. So, do you feel like it's hard to be successful going down this career path in the Bahamas?
Yes, I feel that 100%, and I think one of the main reasons why is the whole thing that I started on YouTube earlier this year or sometime last year. I had made a video. I'm trying to remember when this video came out. No, when I put this video out, I think it was this year, but I have to make sure.
Hmm.
I put up a video talking about monetization in the Bahamas from YouTube,
Ah, I
and
remember that. I remember that. Hmm.
yeah, I trying to see
It was
what
this year.
it was this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
and I
shared it.
started.
I shared it.
Yeah, and I started the hashtag monetize the Bahamas. That's when I was that's when we were talking about how YouTube doesn't give us monetization here in the Bahamas for like at all. So I wanted to shared light on that, and then I wanted us to like try and do something about it. But it was no. The original monetized Bahamas video was last year. Me
Oh,
share all the other stuff that came afterward was the year afterwards.
because it's a guy who you reposted.
Yeah,
Um,
that was Mark Cookie is I forget it. I forget his name now. Oh my god. I know he is, but I shared his stuff. I was
yes.
like, oh my
Let me tell you something. Don't feel bad because I had him on my podcast.
god.
He was at Geek Out,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was with his girlfriend. They dressed like what would you call it again? The Squid Games. They dressed like the villains. And yes, and I interviewed him. I didn't even know who he was. I just said, "Oh, they have some dope costume." I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know how he looked underneath the because he's
uh,
wearing the full mask and full bodysuit. So I didn't even know
uh-huh.
how they looked. And then when he started talking about esports and all this other stuff, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But the shaming part about this, Lord forgive me. I never post that video and put the podcast up. I got so overwhelmed because I interviewed so much people at Geek Out. I got burnt
Mm.
out. I got burnt out. I said,
Ah, my, you was tired.
"What? You know, as a yap them out to different, all that energy I give to different people, and you have to give them the
Wait,
same level of."
that's dedication. I really think, especially now since GomCon is gonna be a thing next month, or I think you should get that video out. I think you should put that video out like quick, because then everyone will see that and then go. I saw the video for GomCon. I reached out to Ashley, waiting to hear back from her when they have like everything set in stone. I want to do like a little video on my YouTube channel promoting it, so that they could have people saying, hey, you know, yeah, let's go do that. I
What's
think that's
going
gonna be
on? What's
great.
that?
It's gonna be our first. You have not seen anything about GomCon. It's like the geek out on like massive scale. They can have a 2 day cosplay convention. I think they can have it on Blackbeard ship again. On the
Mm.
ship, is it named Blackbeard ship or Queen Andrew or something?
I
I
know
don't
what
know.
you mean. I know what you mean. They did it before.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big thing, man. They having it for 2 days. It's gonna be
I
crazy.
probably won't be going though. I probably won't be going.
No,
No, let me tell you something. Maybe when I
not
become
just to
like,
go,
huh?
not just to go,
Not even just to go. Like, honestly, and truly,
man.
I am. You should be. You saw how much things that's be going on. I have so much different stuff I gotta do. So I don't have the energy to be actually physically different places. Maybe when everything become like full time content creator, then yeah. But right now, since
Mm,
everything full time, I need to reserve my energy for these different stuff I doing.
okay,
So
I get mad with you.
right, but I definitely want. What you say his name is? What his name is?
Michael Armagon, that's his name. I remember his name now.
Yes, I would like to re-record our podcast with all the background music of the event and everything, and have a serious conversation outside. I'm wearing a mask, talking to me through a mask. Let's have a serious conversation about his plight. You know what I mean?
Mm,
The goals he's trying to make, yada yada yada.
mm.
So definitely, I would like to do a recording of everything we did. Have you ever went to Geek Up?
I've been to a few of them. I haven't been to that much. I can be real with you.
Mm,
I just hardly have the time to go because the times when they having it, I'll either be to work or I streaming or something. I'll be so busy. And
right.
then like one time, the few times I've been were times like where I um didn't have to go to work that day or I had a gig that day and it ended at a good time. So I just went there straight from the gig and checked out everything,
Mhm,
But being in the entertainment business,
mhm.
especially what I do, I have people call like my calendar right now. Oh my god, this summer, like I think now that most of the pandemic restrictions are lifting.
Hmm.
Like so much people has been hiring me for events. It's
That's good.
ridiculous. I'm like, it is good, but it's like it's another thing that I wish that there was another balloon artist on this island because my god,
Wait, hold on. There's not
Hey,
more than one.
all right. Let me break it down like this. There are other balloon artists here. There are some of them. Like and I could say some. When I say that, I mean like a handful. I am the only one that does balloons on the level of, and I say this, I try to say this loosely, but this is the only term that Bahamians understand. I make balloons like Americans make balloons.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
I do like all because that's what they'll be like, man, but you bad like them people in the States, babe, So yeah, so I bad like them people in the States. Let me say it like that.
Put some
But
respect on my name.
no, but see, that's the thing though. I'm not. While I'm cool with that, I
Right.
don't want to be the only one because
Right.
Bahamians have this thing. Let me not try it. I'm trying my hardest not to tag this on just Bahamians because
Let
I've
me hold on.
learned.
Wait. Pause. Let me
Go
tell you
ahead.
something.